5 minutes. Perfect. Good afternoon, Lake of the Ozarks. Happy Saturday. We are live on Lake TV at the annual Lake West Chamber Business Expo right here at the Lake Christian Academy. 45 degrees and chilly this morning. If you're looking for a place to get indoors, this is it. Here, Lake Christian Academy, here till 4 o'clock today with over 70 local businesses, vendors, nonprofits, contractors, people that want to help you get ready for the summer season here at Lake of the Ozarks. I'm William Holtz. Got some great guests today. We got some great local news, some great local events, and we'll give you a little taste of some of the best of Lake TV's content throughout the year as we get you ready for summer 2026 all day long right here at the Lake West Chamber Expo. We're going to take our first commercial break, and we'll be right back with Executive Director for the Lake West Chamber of Commerce, Mike Koningsman.
We worked with Rough Water Dock, John Crabtree, a bunch of contractors here at the lake. I mean, it was a big ordeal. We took about 4 months just to put it all together and plan it, and then to get it finally built to where it is, to where you see it today, it took about 2 years. In 2020, they purchased the home. We decided then that we wanted a dock. The home came with a dock. It was a nice dock, but it wasn't going to be able to hold this boat. And so we went to Rough Water right away and started drawing up plans. And it didn't start out like this. It's kind of always been a moving target. Yeah. So we started with that boat, and we built the slip for it, and we have the cobalt, and so we had a cobalt sitting there, and it's been a moving target the whole time to get it to where it is now. But it's just been crazy.
How many square foot, like from left side to right side? Because you don't see a lot of docks that have a 50-foot boat on them, let alone two 50-foot boats on them. So do you know how long the dock is?
Well, it's over 5,000 square feet total. We have an up top deck as well for sunning and stuff. People like to use that. There's a jump off area as well.
You're gonna show us that jump off, right?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
You're gonna jump off.
Yeah, I'll jump off. Yeah.
Yeah, very
17
cool.
feet. It's pretty fun. So this is the MTI 50V, the Slot B 50V.
Okay.
Yes. This is a Slot B hull design where you see how we're sitting on plane right now. I mean, the boat is completely level pretty much all the time, straight out of the gate. Usually a big boat like this with the power it has, all the weight back there, it would nose up. But the design of the hull, it pretty much stays on plane the whole time because it sits on keels like a catamaran would, and it's just a game changer. So it's got a full head down below, so it's with a built-in shower, so you could even shower. It's got a nice queen-size bed. It's got a couch, a L-shaped couch seating area, a wine chiller or refrigerator, a microwave, a TV, many of the comforts of home. So really not much else you could ask for.
Back at the Lake Christian Academy for a beautiful afternoon in Laurie, Sunrise Beach, west side of the lake. It's the annual Lake West Chamber of Commerce Business Expo, and I've got Executive Director Mike Koningsman. And Mike, this is not just an event you guys throw together. You've been working for a little bit on this one.
You know what? We usually start about a week after we end. So we'll start working on this thing again about a week from now for next year, for 2027. It's a good time.
And I've been to events like this before, and I've seen, 15, 20, 30 vendors. Not today. You have all of the local businesses and organizations. They're here.
Oh, yeah. We've got a lot of them. We've got about 76 different businesses and nonprofit organizations that are here. Professionals. So if you're looking for some construction, if you're looking for docks, if you're looking for insurance company, if you're looking for realtors or nonprofit organizations, we've got several of those here as well. So we got all kinds of things for you to come out and check out. And everybody's a member of the Lake West Chamber. That's one of the nice things. Our event is geared towards our chamber members and that community that we have here at Lake West Chamber.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, you adults, you want to get out here. honey-do list, your summer list, it's a mile long. You want to get ahead. But what do you do with the kiddos? Well, guess what? This is family-friendly. I see stuff for kids all over the place.
Oh, absolutely. There's kids. I tell you what, right now, Chip Thunder is here. Did you know that? Chip Thunder got in the house. He's here. He's giving away T-shirts. Chip's always a good guy to see. He's a fun character there. So we got all kinds of fun people coming here to the Expo, and we got people that are never been here to the lake before or never been to the Expo before. They get some great ideas. They get some good fun stuff that they can do here at the lake. So it's one of those events where we as a community come together and show what we are about here at Lake of the Ozarks. And that's one of the things I love about living here. Been living here now for almost 7 years, and it's just a really good place.
So you hear the term, right? The west side is the best side, and you work well with all the chambers, but you get such a good insight for the growth of the area we're in. And let's talk about that, the west side of the lake. Since the toll bridge is no longer the toll bridge, this west side has boomed in essence.
It has. We've got a lot of things going on here. People are building here. I don't know if you know, if you drive down Highway 5 or you're going through Laurie, you can see some construction on both sides of the highway. So there's some different businesses going in. There's different activities going on. New business owners are buying things. Some people retires and they sell it, and we got new things going there. And then just in general, our community is a small business owner community. I don't know if you knew that 99% of our businesses on the west side are locally owned. So it's locally owned. So it's not people coming in from California or anywhere. It's big corporations. It's locally owned. It's mom and pop shops, and that's what we're really proud of. And that's how we support each other, and that's what makes us side of the lake. I mean, the whole lake is great. Don't get me wrong, but we are a little unique in that we don't have those big box stores. Love them. They serve a great purpose, but I also love having our small mom and pop shops.
Sure. One thing I've noticed, you mentioned driving on Highway 5, and it was Ramble Excavating was doing a ton of clearing and really quick. And I see now more storage units, but there is so much room for growth on the west side. What's the temperature like? When your chamber leadership gets together in the economic development, what's the temperature like for you leaders down here at the lake right now as you look at this crazy boom we're embarking on?
Well, it's one of those things where people come in and they're looking for what is that niche. So you got your different niches, and the temperature is we want to grow. But we want to grow in a controlled environment. It's not just willy-nilly, hey, throw something up. We want to have some businesses that are going to help support the local businesses and support our community. So it's not a one-size-fits-all type thing. We got to look at what's going on and try and get that environment that helps support, our community. And our community, it's a tourist destination. There's no doubt about that, right? But you also have people that have to support that tourist destination. We need home builders. We need plumbers. We need electricians. We need HVAC. All that stuff has to support it. We need school teachers. All those things support that community, even though they aren't particularly involved specifically in the tourism industry.
Sure.
Yeah, I lost my brain there for a second.
What's crazy for people that buy a second home or end up retiring down here, you've heard the adage of man, those people are on lake time. They're different. They're not exactly on the same schedule as where I come from. That's one thing you'll get at the Lake West Chamber of Commerce is, such good businesses.
Yes.
These guys are sharp, and when they're here, if you're looking for, as you said, look, when you come to the lake, there's a lot of work and maintenance, especially on the water, and you mentioned a few HVAC, about decking, different retaining walls, all of that here today at the Lake West Chamber Expo.
Yes.
And you guys are active throughout the year.
Oh, yeah.
All year round, but you guys have some core events outside of just this expo, which is Friday and Saturday. I know the annual chamber dinner is coming up, but there's a few really big ones throughout the year. Tell us about those.
Absolutely. So we have we really get started. We help support the whole lake area. We have boat shows that we support. We go out and support our community at the boat shows in St. Charles and in Overland Park. We have our spring. We have a pub crawl and boat cruise, which we had a record-setting year with that. It was really fun. It's a fun way to kind of kick things off. We've got, as you mentioned, the expo here coming up. We also have a golf tournament in June. We have a kids fishing derby. This is a free event for kids. We usually run about 100 kids over down at Captain Ron's. We have a great time down there. He lets us use his facility. facility, and we give kids a tackle box, and if they need a life jacket or a fishing pole, we take care of all that. It's just a fun time with those kids and having a great time out there for that. And then at the end of the year, we have a really cool Christmas parade. It's a lighted Christmas parade. So come out. It's at night. It's really awesome to see all the floats, the cars, the trucks, and everything lit up and going down Highway 5 there through Lori. And then afterwards, kids get to see Santa and Mrs. Claus. You know, because she keeps Santa in line.
That's got to be an event, Mike, that you get to take some pride in, because that event has just grown. It's crazy now. Last Christmas, when the last 2 years, seeing the participation in little old Lori for a lighted Christmas parade, and that was the initial vision, but it didn't happen overnight. That event has grown.
It has grown. We've been doing it for several years, and it's growing every year. It's getting bigger and bigger, and it's just one of those things. It's a community event. It's something fun for people to do. It's a good time to bring out the kids, the grandkids, nieces, nephews, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it might be. It's just a great time to go out there and have a little fun and kind of kick off that Christmas season. We always do that the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So you've done your Thanksgiving dinner, you've done your Black Friday shopping. Saturday is Small Business Saturday, so you've done all that. Now you just want to relax and have a little bit of fun. So you go out and watch the Christmas parade. Then afterwards, you can always go and check out the Lori lights. So the Lori City Park has one of the best Christmas displays. So you get the Christmas parade, then you go see the lights and stuff. It's just a great time to kick off the whole holiday season. But like I said earlier, all this stuff takes a little bit of planning, takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of volunteers. And that's one thing that we have such a wonderful community here. I don't know, do you know how many nonprofit organizations around the lake?
I'd have to guess in the 300-400s.
It's several hundred nonprofit organizations. Those don't just happen overnight either. And we've got several of those organizations are here today, and it's those people that help support us. And this community is such a wonderful giving community all the time.
Amen, brother. Well, okay, so hey, for people watching, I want to give you an opportunity to mention. So people hear Chamber of Commerce, right? When I was growing up, I had a misconception of what that meant. But when people see Lake West Chamber of Commerce, give us a general synopsis of what your organization exists for, and then follow that up with how an interested business owner could get in touch and join.
We can do that. We can do that. So the chamber itself, our objective is that we support our community, our business owners, and our general educational system, our roads systems. We work with MoDOT. Our goal is to make sure that our community is successful. Our community is a great place to live. So we're involved in a lot of different stuff. For example, I meet with MoDOT, on roads and stuff on a monthly basis. I meet with LORDAC, they're an economic development group. We meet on a monthly basis. I meet with our Council of Governments on a monthly basis. They work with the small businesses, also the cities, counties, and state legislature. So we're involved in a lot of stuff, but the main goal is that we're a successful community. That's our main objective. And to that point, I'm just, you asked about how do you get involved with the chamber. We actually are going to have some ribbon cuttings here this afternoon. I don't know if you knew that.
That's awesome. I love ribbon cuttings.
Ribbon cuttings. So we do a ribbon cutting with our new members. They may have been a business for a while and then just joined, or it may be a brand new business. So we're actually going to do some ribbon cuttings here at the Expo this afternoon. So if you want to be involved in that or just see what happens, come join us. But you can always check us out at LakeWestChamber.com. Our membership director, Cindy Kaminsky, she does a wonderful job explaining how the membership works. We have different levels of membership. So if you're really wanting to get deeply involved, we have that. Or if you just want to be a member and get your information out on our website, on our Facebook page, so that you have that communication and be involved in our different events. We have networking events. We have coffee with the chamber on the first Thursday of each month. You get to hear about what's going on in the community. So we have a lot of different activities that we have going on. But I just want to real quick, can I tell you who we're going to have some ribbon cuttings with?
Yeah,
I got to get my list out here because, I can't remember off the top of my head. That happens when you start getting gray hair or, so just as a warning, Will.
I got a few years, Mike,
that will happen, yes. But we're going to have a ribbon cutting for Metal Welding Magic. So they've got some awesome metal stuff, metal displays here. Mill Creek Lifts. So I don't know if you know what an elevator is, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, these guys make elevators on the outside of your house. So we got a lot of houses here that are 2, 3, 4 stories above the water level. Think about going all those steps or have a lift take you up and down.
Like a trolley, right?
No, this is more like an elevator.
Because I've seen the trolleys.
The trolleys, yes.
And there's not a lot of those. No, but you're talking an elevator.
It's more like an elevator, yes.
Take you down to ground level and make it easier.
Level, yes. There's actually a display outside, right outside the building here, and then they've got a great booth here. So it's a really cool thing, and their website's really cool. And then we also have handyman concierge. So if you need help around the house, that's one thing. We've got a population base here that, let's say, it's over the average age is over 50. All right. And so a lot of people need a little help with some things around the house, whether it's yard work, whether it's fixing a retaining wall. Maybe it's, changing out a light bulb or a faucet sink. We've got the handyman concierge. He'll help you out and just get a hold of him. So we're going to do those 3 ribbon cuttings this afternoon. And you notice 3 totally different businesses, right? And that's what it takes to support your community around here is all the different businesses. It's not all about, going out and skiing and having a good time on the boat, which let's face it, that's a good time. We're not going to argue that. We're not going to argue that. But it's the whole community that supports everything that around here to make us a wonderful place to go. Not just a destination, but a wonderful place to live.
Sure. I got to give some love to Cindy.
Yes.
Because, that's such a tough position. And everyone knew Ellen, right?
Yes.
And everyone says, man, that's never going to happen again. Well, Cindy is getting close to filling those shoes. Cindy is amazing.
She's doing amazing.
And you are too. I know that your role's not easy, and you do such a great job. And so I want to applaud you for that. And I want to give you an opportunity to share. For those that don't know, Mike, share with us, what's the favorite part of being the Lake West Chamber Executive Director for you personally?
The favorite part is meeting everybody. It's I'm a people person. Believe it or not, I like to talk. I don't know if you ever noticed
that. No, we knew that. You and I are the same.
I like to talk. I like to meet people. I like to know people. I like to get to understand them. I like to hear their history. I like to know where are you from? Where'd you grow up at? Yeah. What's your favorite things to do? I enjoy that stuff. I enjoy getting to communicate and network and work with people. That's my favorite part is the people part.
I love it.
That other part where I have to do, pay bills and all that stuff, that paper, I hate that part.
It's part of it.
But it's part of it. You got to take the good with the bad. But I do love the people here. And I also, the other thing I get to meet people from all over the world that come here to the lake. Literally, I've met people from Russia, from China, from Ukraine, from Brazil, from all over South America. They come here to the Ozarks.
Right.
I get to meet them because I get to meet these people. They stop in our office and they want to know what's going on, and we help them out. So it's
awesome.
amazing.
Well, Mike, I appreciate your time. I just want to end with, for those of you out there that are either newer in business or even you're trying to get a jump start to your business, we know it can be overwhelming. One of the first things you should do is reach out to the Lake West Chamber of Commerce. They can get you plugged in with the right partners. They can let you know about the events, and they can get a membership that works for you. Mike and Cindy, they'd love to help you out. That's
Absolutely.
the Lake West Chamber of Commerce. They're here all day until 4 o'clock at Lake Christian Academy. Mike, appreciate your time, buddy. Thanks for having us.
You guys have a great day. I know you're going to do a wonderful job here. You always do.
We'll look forward to it, buddy. We'll be right back with our live broadcast from the Lake West Chamber Expo 2026. All right, as promised, I got Angie Schuster, who is a mayoral candidate for Osage Beach coming up with the general municipal elections. And Angie, sorry, I know you. We have a history through Somerset boat lifts, boat shows. I've kind of watched you guys in the community. And so we've got a history. But for those that don't know, Angie Schuster, can you tell us just a little bit, first your party affiliation and maybe a brief background on who is Angie Schuster?
Certainly. I am a native to Lake the Ozarks and specifically Osage Beach. I'm an accountant by trade and business owner-operator. Married to Brian Schuster for over 31 years, and we have one son, Gunnar. My history here has just been exactly growing up in all our businesses.
Yeah.
And seeing them and changing as needed and adapting to new things. And so now I'm deciding to run for mayor.
Yeah, and you guys have a great history. Somerset Boat Lifts, Somerset Resort. You guys had that for many years, grew it. We're so involved in the boat and marine world. And so I'm kind of curious, what motivated Angie Schuster to run for mayor? Why'd you decide to throw your name in the cap?
Several years ago, we had friends that had said, hey, I think you should run for alderman. At the time, we did have 3 businesses, a son that was very actively involved in sports and things of school, just didn't have the time to commit to it. And so I decided now is a little bit better time. It's since we sold the businesses in 21 and 23, I've gone to work at Scott's Concrete, which another great family business that I absolutely love. So I have a little bit more free time because my hours aren't 24/7 anymore.
Sure. Yeah, and you want to put those to use for the people. Okay, so what will be the motto or mission what is the motto or mission of your campaign?
Communication and collaboration are absolutely key to the Osage Beach legacy. And that's what I really want to focus on.
communication and collaboration. That's great. Okay, so what do you feel the most important role is for the mayor in a city like Osage Beach?
To be a servant leader. It's not really about the mayor. It's about the community. It shouldn't be what I feel the city should do or I feel we can get accomplished. It's about what the community feels we can get accomplished. What the city staff, where they see us going. It has to be the communication between the two entities and moving forward in a positive direction.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, so what issues do you see are the biggest issues currently facing the city of Osage Beach?
Although there are many issues, I don't think there's one that stands out more than others. Because if you focus too much on one thing, you lose opportunities and challenges that come along the way in other areas. So, I mean, you can talk about the ones that have the loudest reverence, that people are, continually mentioning, whether it's the sewer system or it's the TIFs, the city staff and underpaid police. Those are all things that have to be considered.
Sure.
But I don't think that any one thing stands out. It has to be a work in all areas. And I don't plan to give dedication to a single thing.
Okay, very good. Okay, so if elected, what would be the first action or what immediate changes would you attempt to implement?
I would work and focus on educating myself about the staff and how well they work together, encouraging them to collaborate, and then to sit down with both city staff and some citizens to come up with a strategic plan and really make sure that what we're doing today is going to leave that legacy for the future, not just affect right here, right now, but much later as well, in a positive way.
Very good. Okay, one of the things I saw, and I thought it was a great question, was if elected mayor of Osage Beach, would you prioritize tourist and tourism or year-round residents?
I think that's kind of a trick question because actually you have to prioritize both. We are a tourist area. That's how our sales tax dollars are generated. That's how we fund our city and we get to do things for our residents that we otherwise probably wouldn't get to do. We have to have the residents here to work the businesses that are earning those sales tax dollars. So to me, that's kind of a trick question. You have to support both. You can't alienate one from the other.
Yeah, it seems that's an obstacle, right, is to try to appease both. But yeah, absolutely. So a few of the hot button issues, and you touched on a few of those, like the sewer smell, officer pay with the police department, affordable housing, adequate roads. So if elected, are these challenges that you feel prepared to tackle?
Yes, I think as with anything in a business, you deal with things as they come to you and you make plans and you work together to accomplish those. It's not just me that will be tackling them. It would be the board, the citizens, the staff. Everybody has a responsibility to our community.
Yeah, great answer. All right, so elections coming up. Tuesday, April 7th, deadline to vote was actually, or register to vote was this week. But I want to allow you the opportunity for some closing thoughts. What you would want to leave the Osage Beach voters with as you head into April 7th election?
I would kindly request that you do go out and vote. Whether it be for me or not, I would really strongly encourage people to vote and get involved. I think that's a very important thing. I would encourage you to vote for a strong strategic plan for financially responsible development and community improvements. We are the heart of the Lake of the Ozarks, and I want that to be the lasting legacy of Osage Beach.
Very good. And I did want to touch one other thing is, I don't know if you answered, but people wanted to find out what people's political affiliation was that was running for mayor of Osage Beach.
Because I have grown up in a business, you tend to be very conservative because it's your money that you're spending and you're watching the income and the expenses.
Oh, yeah.
So I tend to be very conservative with that. With that said, I'm not going to align myself with one party or the other because to me, that's a bit of political division in a nonpartisan race.
Yeah, very
If this was partisan, it would be a little bit different story, but mayor is not. It is serving the people.
Very good. That is Angie Schuster. She is a mayor candidate for the April 7th general municipal elections coming up. And of course, next week we'll have another challenger, Richard Ross, before we have incumbent Mayor Harmison. Angie, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with your campaign. And of course, good luck in the April 7th election.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we are back here at the Lake West Expo in Sunrise Beach at Lake Christian Academy. I'm William Holtz, live here, and it's been a great start to the day. We invite you to come on out. We're here until 4 o'clock, and if you're watching on Lake TV, that was mayoral candidate Angie Schuster, who is vying to become the mayor of Osage Beach, just 10 days away from election. Later in today's broadcast, you'll hear from Richard Ross, another challenger. And of course, since the last cup of coffee has aired, for those of you following, you've seen the lawsuit allegations and claims on Facebook. You've seen the Board of Aldermen from the city of Osage Beach issue a press release late last night. Followed by that was a updated press release from Mayor Michael Harmison. And so that is a messy situation we'll continue to follow over the next week and a half as we get ready for the general municipal elections on April 7th. Lots of stuff on that ballot. But before that, still a week and a half away, we have lots of local businesses, nonprofits, and vendors right here at Lake Christian Academy as part of the Lake West Chamber Business Expo today till 4. It's free to attend. They've got stuff for the whole family, so make sure you stop on by. Of course, we'll be here live until 1:30 today, inviting you to come by. Here in just a minute, we're going to have my good buddy, Chief Mike Nienhuis, with the Laurie Police Department, #1 police chief in the state of Missouri. He was named in 2024. We'll talk about what's going on with the city of Laurie PD and what do our local law enforcement agencies do to amp up for the influx of traffic, the busy summer season at Lake of the Ozarks. So we'll have him. We're also going to talk with Police Chief Scott Craig with Sunrise Beach. We'll talk with Bree Lynch from Central Ozarks Medical Center. And we got some treats for you with the Captain Association of Lake of the Ozarks. We'll talk with Captain Glenn. And of course from Bobcast, Bob's No Wake Zone, Bob May will be joining us as well today. We got some great content for you, some doc series shorts, and some cup of coffee stories from the previous week currently airing now. Of course, if you want to come by and see us, we'll be here till 1:30. The event open till 4. We're going to take a commercial break, and we come back live at the Lake West Chamber of Commerce Expo. Chief Mike Nienhuis with the Laurie Police Department. We'll be right back after this.
So you got the spinning reel for this guy?
I'll just
Yeah,
cast
you need
iron.
one of like the...
Definitely not one of them.
You have me like a Disney Minnie Mouse pole that's more my speed? So I'm just
There you go, bud. Be ready. You might catch one of them big old spoonbills.
I wouldn't know what to handle. But give me a glove. I'm not touching this nasty thing. Do I need to hit this? Or... Oh.
Look at bird's nest right off the bat. Maybe you watch a YouTube video next time before you come out.
You know, I thought that you were my instructor. I'm going to hold this down.
Yep, but
and
thumb on the spool. Oh, you never put your thumb on the spool again.
Okay.
Here, let me dig out another bird's nest for you.
Okay, thumb on the
on the...
push
Missy,
hard.
teaching.
Hit the button. Now when you like no!
Another bird's nest.
No, I didn't get a bird's nest this time.
You got a bird's nest. Don't try to deny it. Show the camera. He calls that a not bird's nest. Give me that back. I'm sick of digging bird's nest.
Now y'all just need to catch
Oh, I
one.
think I got one.
Get it,
Oh, yeah,
yank
I got
it,
one.
yank it. I think you're snagged. He's snagged.
I was all excited.
He had a tree pounder.
That one got away. That's my fault.
The big one. He had a 5-pounder on everybody. He just jumped off.
Listen, I just realized there's whales in Lake of the Ozarks, okay? There's no way Byron can catch one.
Too busy digging your bird's nests out.
Yeah, I've gotten a little better since that clip of me learning to fish from offshore legend Myrick Coyle. We're back at the Lake West Chamber of Commerce Expo, and I've got Police Chief from the Laurie Police Department, Mike Nienhuis. Chief, what's going on, man?
Oh, just spending another day with the people in the community.
That's what you love most. And, man, it's hard to believe you've been the police chief in Laurie. Seems like it's been so recent, but it's been a few years.
Yeah, 2021 is when I took over.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
That's what they say. Yes, sir.
Smaller town, but hey, he doesn't like when I tell people this. But something that happened really cool. I think it was 2024, right?
2024. Yep.
Yeah, you were named the #1 police chief in the state of Missouri by a police association, and I know that was a surprise to you. So tell us about that.
2024, I was named the Missouri Police Chiefs Association Police Chief of the Year. I was unaware that the mayor and some of my employees had nominated me. I was against it at first, but when you actually look at the big picture, the people being behind you and the community standing up for you, it's more of their award than my award. I was just the one that got it, but it all belongs to my guys in my community for backing the police department the way they do.
That's amazing. Now, Mike, Chief, for those that don't know, you love the career, the job. You were my student resource officer in high school. You've been a deputy. You've worked in different departments, and of course now as the police chief, you've had different roles. Talk about kind of your law enforcement career as it's worked up to being the #1 police chief in the state of Missouri.
So I've done everything but be a detective, and true detective. I mean, that's what I do now for the Lori Police Department, because we don't have a detective. We're too small of a department. I've never been a canine officer. Other than that, I've done them all. The best job, I think, other than the one I have right now, would have been being the school resource officer. Because if you're going to attempt to change and help better your community, that's where you're going to do it. It's with the children. You can't change adults' minds. You can't get them to change where they're going, but you can children. If you can get with the children and you can give them positive reinforcement and show them that the good ways of doing things, the bad ways of doing things, you're going to definitely benefit your community for sure.
Sure. All right, I want to talk culture because it's been a growing culture with the Lori Police Department. I know small towns, limited resources. It's a real obstacle for some of these departments. And when you came in 2021, you worked on changing the culture, becoming more approachable with the businesses, the community. So talk about the current culture of the Lori PD, because I know it's changed drastically.
I try to instill in my guys to have 5 unrelated law enforcement contacts a week. That's really not a lot. If you think about it, they work 4 or 5 days a week. That's 1 a day. What I mean by non-law enforcement contacts, in other words, going to a call, that's a law enforcement contact. Stopping a car, that's a law enforcement contact. I want them going to businesses, talking to the clerks that are working the cash registers, talking to the managers, having good personal relationships with the businesses and people in our community, going to the golf course, walking a little bit in the neighborhoods, talking to people that are out in the yards and, working in their gardens, just to have a good positive contact with the community.
Love that. All right, so a lot of people don't know about the topography and the way the lake lays out, but for those that are familiar with coming to the lake and they're starting to see it, can you share with us just some of the complex things your department's up against?
There's only one way in and one way out of town, so traffic's always a problem, but that's pretty much anywhere you go at the lake. Speed, there's always a drug issue. Through the summer when you have more people coming down from different areas, that seems to be a bigger problem. We used to have a saying, come to the lake on vacation, leave on probation.
Yeah, I've heard that.
We're trying to get that away. Right. And I think we've been doing a really good job. Uber and Lyft have helped out a lot with that, with the drive while intoxicated type issues. A lot of people are taking advantage of Uber and Lyft and getting that taken care of, which I'm really grateful for. But there's still those out there that think that I'll make it, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So that's pretty much what we're dealing with, and we're getting ready to come into the busy season because the lake is starting to warm up, and fishing season started. Then the big power boat stuff will start, and then that's when traffic will get ridiculous, and we'll be back to it.
So how do you get your guys, and not that there's nothing going on in the winter months and in the fall, but when you do get into the spring and into the summer, it's a whole nother beast. So how do you get maybe a new guy that's on the department or newer with you to get ready for what's to come?
There's really no way to get ready for it. All you can do is tell them, hey, look, you've made it through the slow months that aren't really slow anymore, but you're getting ready to get a whole new animal. And the best thing is just tell them to just do their job the way they know. It doesn't matter how busy it gets or how crazy it gets. Just do one thing at a time, and you'll be fine. We have a lot more I schedule differently in the summertime, so we have a lot more people on in the evenings and on the weekends. So they have that other seasoned officer to potentially help them if they have a question.
Sure. Sure. All right. Now, one of the things that law enforcement at Lake of the Ozarks is getting more attention is because the series Ozark Lost. So I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, like, as somebody that has worked with a lot of these guys, and you are partners with a lot of these departments where you guys will be on similar calls, what's it been like to kind of see the local law enforcement on the main screen for the nation to see?
I appreciate the promoters actually showing the whole thing, the good and the bad. That was always my deal with any type of cop show. You always see the bad stuff.
Right.
You don't ever see how we got to where we are at. All you see is where we're at. I think the promoters of Ozark Law have done a very good job of making you see, hey, we are human. We try to take care of people. We are out there just to make sure people are safe. We're not there just to arrest your mom and dad or your grandma and grandpa and take them to jail. Our job is to make sure you're safe, you have a fun time, and you get home safely. And I think that show has definitely pushed to that.
Yeah.
There are some people that I didn't think would actually take off like they did, like a sergeant in Lake Ozark.
Yeah, Sergeant Cordula's the face of the show, man.
That guy, but that's him. That's exactly how he is. He's been that way. I've known him for years, and that love you buy thing, he's done that forever. And everybody's like, oh, he just does that for the media. No, that's him.
That's Sergeant
That is truly
Cordula.
him. That is Sergeant Cordula. That guy is one good dude. So yeah,
100%.
Yeah, and he's another one. He takes care of his guys like I take care of mine.
Yeah.
And it's a family type knit. And you can see it in the show.
Yeah, I really appreciated what I hear so much from people from outside the area that watch that show is, man, your guys are so compassionate and so understanding, and they want to work towards a solution instead of. And I'm like, I agree with that, and it's cool because, like you said, you'll see the negative. You'll see when a call goes haywire or somebody feels like they weren't treated properly. That gets a lot of noise and attention. But the random saving of the life, the random helping out the elderly, you don't hear about that. And I thought that show really shed light on just how compassionate, I'd say, the Lake of the Ozarks police departments are.
I also like the way it shows that when things don't go as well as they were planned, for us, they see what got us there. It wasn't us that pushed a different scenario. It was the system or the situation got worse, and the people didn't help themselves.
Sure.
So I really like that part of the show.
All right, I want to ask before I let you go, for people watching, the Lake of the Ozarks is so back the blue. For those that are around the west side, the Laurie area, how can we help the Laurie Police Department? How can we get behind you guys?
Well, I'm glad you brought it up. Laurie actually has a sales tax proposal they've actually put on the ballot for the city of Laurie. It's a 5-cent sales tax. The city of Laurie is only funded by sales tax. Well, when we lost the Save-A-Lot store, the sales tax took a hit.
Sure.
And unfortunately, we couldn't put another grocery store back in there. So now we're having to try to make up the lost funding from that loss of sales tax. So we're attempting to try to do a 5-cent sales tax for the police department and a 5-cent sales tax for the Parks and Rec.
So needed.
Because the park is just absolutely phenomenal. We have a pickleball court now it's very nice. We're going to start some pickleball tournaments. We have a pro disc golf.
Amazing course. A lot of people don't know about that.
They don't even know about it. But we actually have a pro disc golf company coming in to actually help us make it better if we can. But we're trying to make sure we have the funding to maybe have some tournaments, some pickleball tournaments, some golf, some pro golf disc tournaments. But without funding, you can't have it. So we're trying to, get some funding in to potentially make that happen.
And let me clarify, because people here increasing their taxes, and that's a sensitive subject. But I want to make sense when you say 5 cents. That's per every $100.
Yes.
And so if you spend $1,000, you're talking 50 cents more in sales tax that you would foot the bill. And I think that most people in the city of Laurie and that would vote in these upcoming elections would 100% say, for every $1,000 I spend, I just have to give an extra 50 cents. I like it. I think that's fair. I think that's doable.
And the biggest thing is, as well as I do, we don't deal with the local population as much during the summer as we do for out-of-towners. Okay?
Right.
Well, with the sales tax, they shop, they spend money here. They're also helping fund that. So they're in turn paying for the same law enforcement coverage that they're getting.
Sure.
So it's not just the locals paying for it all the time. It's them, the tourists that are coming down and buying stuff from the grocery stores and from the gas stations. They're helping fund that bill to keep law enforcement where it's at. We're not trying to expand. All we want to do is keep the law enforcement presence and the job we do
100%.
right how it is right now. We're not wanting to make it bigger. You can always make it better, but we try to do that in-house if we can. But that's what the tax is for, just to keep things where it's at.
Coming up April 7th.
April 7th, yes, sir.
And so that'll be on the ballot for those of you in Lori. So make sure you pay attention to that. Mike, man, Chief, you guys just crushing it. I thank you for your time and sharing with us. Is there anything else you want to share with the viewers before I let you go?
Thanks for having us. Just remember, traffic is picking up. So if you can, pay very close attention to traffic around you. Watch those speed limit signs and just have a safe and happy summer.
That's awesome. That's Chief Mike Nienhuis with the Lori Police Department 2024 Missouri Police Association's Captain Association Police Chief of the Year. My man, Chief, thanks for your time, brother. We'll be right back from the Expo on Lake TV right after this. Nothing is more important for a boat than the dock it calls home. For the dock of your dreams that provides safety for your boat and comfort for you and your family, there's no choice better than DockWorks. With over 30 years of combined experience in dock construction and design, your DockWorks dock will be a custom fit to your needs and desires. New construction, additions, and repairs to buoys, swim stairs, and ramps, nobody knows how to build on this lake like DockWorks. DockWorks, because at the lake, your home doesn't stop at the shoreline.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam and Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend. With an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn and Lake Ozark. See you soon!
The frame of the dock was done by Atlas Dock Company here in Lake of the Ozarks. Well, then we brought in a company called CCC Construction, that's Chuck Sorensen from here in the lake, to do all the finishes on the dock. So they ended up putting in the center island here, kind of our bar area and TV area here. They did all that. Our storage cabinets, they took care of all that in there. If you're familiar with Lake of the Ozarks, you know that most of the sidewalks leading down from the house to the water are very, very steep. So what we wanted to do is build a ramp that could support a golf cart, have enough width where we can, take people up and down, to the main house and down to the dock. And also for, coolers, food, clean up, any of that type of stuff, it just makes it a lot easier for those type of activities. So if you look around the perimeter of the dock, you're gonna see these little discs that are built right into the tiles, and but they're called Lumitech lights. And so they're scallop lights, so they're kind of recessed into the concrete, so they're nice and flat. And they can change colors, they're all LED driven. The bulk of the project was they had to run some conduit underneath all the dock to connect each and every light. So if you were to get up underneath the dock, you would see a bunch of piping that connects all the wires to waterproof it all and make sure that it's gonna last for a while. We saw these hydrofoil boards, or these e-foil boards, out on the lake here last year, and we got kind of intrigued with those. But they're basically kind of self-powered surfboards that pop up out of the water, and you can kind of putz around on and get over the big waves without any problem at all. So ended up getting one of those, and that became probably the most popular thing down here on the dock for people to use. So much so that we had to get a second one.
So now that we know there's all these different toys, this is your favorite boat. What are the chances we load up all the family, the friends, we go out, we see if we can't try them all out?
Would absolutely love to do that, and then I'd also love to see Will get on the hydrofoil board and try that out so you can experience what we're talking about.
All right, I like it. A little nervous, but we'll see what happens.
All right, deal. Let's do it.
All right. What's happening at the lake? Social media is chaos. It's hard to tell what's real and what's fake. That's why we built the Lake Expo app. Real news, everything boating, events that matter. The lake is here. Download the Lake Expo app today.
Dealing with fatigue, sleepless nights, and chronic pain? Meet Dr. Beck with 40 years specializing in pain management, clinical nutrition, and board-certified in neuropathy. Boasting new techniques to the industry, including a rib adjustment only available at Beck Wellness. New specialty treatments for headaches, frozen shoulders, peripheral neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and their brand new knee rehab, all while keeping nutrition top of mind. Call or go online today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
The dock is new and it's got all the modern features. However, it's got a really cool like rustic theme. Talk to us about the theme you guys are going for and kind of how this came about.
Wine theme. Wine's always brought our family together, brought our friends together. It's something we've shared. We've made wine together. We've shared wine together. So we love the wine theme. Plus we had all the garb. So it helped in the decor process. But what I hate is when you go on a dock and it's just plastic. I mean, we're here all the time. It's our living room. We probably spend more time here in the summer than we do up at the house.
This is like one of the coolest. It's not even a dock locker. It's like an entire room on the dock, but really
it meets
cool.
Ameren's specifics.
Yeah.
It's the right square footage.
Which now, I mean, they're pretty strict on that.
Yes, they are.
But so this was your dock builder that did this. Explain this. Like, what's the theme here? What's going on here with the TV?
Well, you start with a specific design, and then you go from there. We changed things as we went along, but the overall dimensions have stayed the same. Everybody's kind of we've changed our mind, and you know what? I put things together. I don't design them, more or less. She puts the design into them and tells me what she wants. So it changed over the course of it. So, but kind of the after product has been. I'm very, very happy with the after product.
Yeah, and even though it's cloudy, that's not going to prevent us from having an epic day with the car locks here on the dock. And as we move over to this side, in front of the boat, which we're going to get to, I can tell you guys are an active family. I see like a stand-up paddleboard. Talk about some of the activities you guys love.
Well, I love to paddleboard. This cove's amazing. I can actually paddle all the way out to Marine Max. No wake.
Yeah.
And it's fabulous. Now the lily pad has changed. It used to be for kids, now it's for grand dogs. Grand dogs get the lily pad. And then, we boat. We're more sunset cruise.
And how do the dogs do? You guys take them out in the water sometimes?
Our grand dogs, yes. They love to boat.
I get corrected, the grand dogs. Yeah, they're special.
We don't have any grandkids, so.
The grand dogs are spoiled. They love that boat.
We got to learn that with the kids, you guys love to travel, love to see the world. And so the flags have some significance. What are those all about?
Well, Raj actually started it. We were in the British Virgin Islands and he pulled up to one of the islands and it's on the far end and it just says British Virgin Islands and we grabbed one. And then from then on, everywhere we've traveled, we always collected one. Our newest flag edition will have to come back next year to see. It's all his golf tournaments that he's attended.
Back live at the Lake West Chamber of Commerce Business Expo at the Lake Christian Academy. Hope you're having a great Saturday afternoon. We're approaching 50 degrees as it starts to climb up slightly on what was a very chilly Saturday morning. High expected around 60 degrees. Won't happen till about 5 p.m., which gives you plenty of time to get out of the chilly cool weather and coming over to the Lake Christian Academy till 4 o'clock today. Free to attend. Over 76 different vendors here, from nonprofits to contractors, handyman services, healthcare, financing, all kinds of options. Come on with the whole family, walk around. They've even got a food set up here with some concessions, so take full advantage. And if you're just joining us, we've already talked with Executive Director Mike Koningsman with the Lake West Chamber of Commerce. We just wrapped up a great conversation with Police Chief Mike Nienhuis with the Lori Police Department. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to travel down Highway 5 about 5 minutes, and we're going to visit with Police Chief Scott Craig from the village of Sunrise Beach and the Sunrise Beach Police Department. Of course, we're going to be live here today till a little after 1 o'clock, close to 1 1:30, but we encourage you to come out in person and see all these incredible businesses. It's hard to believe here, Lake of the Ozarks, my friends, that we're already wrapping up March, meaning April's right around the corner. And with that is the general municipal elections. And if you've been watching our weekly cup of coffee, you know that a lot on the ballot a week from Tuesday, April 7th, and the biggest position, the Osage Beach mayor. You've got two challengers. You've got incumbent Michael Harmison, and that race is getting messy as we're seeing lawsuit allegations and all kinds of different things out there about incumbent Mayor Harmison. We saw the Board of Aldermen issue a letter this week. You can see that on our Facebook page, and we anticipate more to come. And so we encourage you to plug in with us on Facebook and stay tuned to Cup of Coffee from Slumberland at the Lake coming up this Wednesday with our newest episode. As we're here at the Lake West Chamber of Commerce Business Expo, we've got Chief Scott Craig coming here momentarily. And for those of you that are excited about boating season, are excited about getting out on the water this summer, we're going to have two very special guests. We got Captain Glenn from the Lake of the Ozarks Captain Association coming on at roughly 1 o'clock. And, of course, Bob May, Bobcast. You know him from Bob's No Wake Zone. He's an icon here at Lake of the Ozarks, knows all things waterways. He's going to visit with us here in a little bit, tell you how to get ready. Make sure you have a safe summer on the water here at Lake of the Ozarks. So lots of great content. We're still getting ready for our doc series. Our 5th season of the LOZ featured doc series presented by Lake Ozark Real Estate will be coming. But here momentarily, we're talking all about the election, and right at election time, you're having all kinds of drama, not just in Osage Beach, but also in Camden County. Two different crazy headlines from our cup of coffee this week. We're going to share with you those shorts. You've got an update on the investigation completion into Commissioner Steve Dugan with sexual harassment allegations and retaliation allegations. Then you also have the Sheriff's Department and the Prosecutor's Office not on the same page, which does not bode well for Lake of the Ozarks in regards to the Camden County criminal justice system. So first, if you weren't able to watch this week's Cup of Coffee, here's an update on the investigation into the sexual misconduct allegations into Camden County Commissioner Steve Dugan.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
Welcome back to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team. Today we're going to be touring this really cool property behind me, 61 Quiet Meadows. It's off water, on 3 acres, has an outbuilding. Can't wait to show it to you. I'm going to be joined by my good friend and teammate on the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team, Laura Moreland. She's going to talk all things real estate and tour this home with me. And also joining us today from the hit TV series Ozark Law, Mark Cordula from Lake Ozark Police Department. He's going to give us an inside look on what it's been like to film that series here at Lake of the Ozarks. All that and more on this month's edition. All right, welcome back. And as promised, I've got Laura Moreland, newest member of the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team, joining us. Laura, are you nervous?
Yes.
Okay, good. This is her first ever Lake TV shoot, so gotta, give them a taste of what's in shooting, the lights, the camera, action.
It's a little intimidating, but no, it'll be all right.
You get used to it. So Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get to Lake of the Ozarks? You're not a Lake of the Ozarks native.
I'm not. I was born in Brooklyn, but grew up in Colorado, vacationed here, and after vacationing here for almost 20 years, I talked my husband into moving.
It's tough to talk the husbands into things.
Oh, sometimes it is.
Yeah, how'd you manage that? It took 20 years.
20 years, just kept at it. As us wives do.
Yeah. What do y'all like to do? What do you do in the off season? What do you do in season?
Off season, enjoy the lake.
Yeah.
little more time to get on a boat and just play around.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
good. Any favorite restaurants, water parks to go to?
I would say one of our favorite things to do is golf. So,
Okay.
yeah, we're golfers, so we enjoy the golf courses around here, and there's plenty of them to enjoy.
The 2026 year's kind of flying by already.
It's crazy,
I
isn't
know.
it?
We're already a couple months in. We still don't quite have the February numbers in, but January, we saw a really good January.
Oh, it was fantastic. Numbers were up. I mean, sales were up overall, everything.
We did. We had a record number of sales volume. It's the second highest sales volume that we've seen in the last 10 years.
Inventories are up, but we're still not to pre-COVID inventories, but they are growing. So there's more options out there for people who are looking for a home.
It is. It's
Off
up a
water
little
or
bit, yeah.
On water.
From COVID, we're up about 500 units, give or take, from what we saw during the COVID time. But yeah, it's still not, we still don't have as high of inventory as we saw in like 2016, 17, 18, 19. So there's still, it's competitive. If you're thinking about buying or selling, sellers is a really great market for you. Again, average sale price up again, so up. Again, we saw the second highest January average sale price that we'd ever seen in the last 10 years.
And interest rates are falling, so that's a great thing.
From last January, remind me how?
A point to a point and a quarter.
Point to point and a quarter. So that's great for any of you. Yeah, looking to, if you're going to refinance, if you got in there and purchased in, oh golly, what would that have been? 23, 24?
Yeah, and the height you might have paid on a second home was 7 or 8%. And so you can get 5.5% to 6% right now.
Yeah, so it's a really great time, again, if you're purchasing and financing, or if you do have that higher interest rate that you're not really locked into, you can refinance. Again, we're down a full point and a half.
Yeah.
From last year, so we're really seeing great things. So what do you see as we enter into the spring? What are your expectations?
A strong market. Lots of buyers. Buyers are eager right now.
They really are.
So they're excited.
Again, it's just really important, if you're not talking to Laura or I, or a member of the Bruce and Kelly team, I sure would start chatting with us now.
Absolutely.
If you call us on a Tuesday wanting to come down that weekend, yes, there's property that we can show you, but it's really kind of a process. We want to go out and look at homes with you, see what you really like, and then find that area that's around your friends and family, or where you like to boat, your favorite coves to fish in or ski in, whatever it is. Well, we talk a lot about on water. We've seen stunning homes on the water, and it's not very often that we're off water, which again has many perks, many great things to it. We are in a home today that's off water. It sits on a 3-acre lot. It's got a huge outbuilding that goes with it, big fire pit, lots of room to park. So for all of you Lakers that complain about parking, if you're off water, we got parking for days. Tell us a little bit about the home that we're in.
This is a beautiful home, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and then it has a lower level and a big gathering spot in the kitchen and a 4 Seasons room, along with a beautiful deck that you can overlook your property. It's like a little hidden gem down here. Really convenient, right off of Highway 54. Some great restaurants, got water on both sides of you. It's really a fun little place to be.
This property features 4 bedrooms and 3 full baths. Actually, it features 3.5 baths, because in addition to the large home that you're purchasing, you also get this massive outbuilding. It's a huge shop, garage area, park your tools, park your big trucks, your campers, your trailers, anything you could want. And then there's a little finished office space, I guess you'd call it up top. Apartment, yeah. It's got kind of a living area, full kitchen, and a half bath in there as well. And then tucked underneath, if you go around beneath, there's additional storage under there too for mowers or more parts, more anything you want. So you're looking for storage and parking, this is the spot for you.
Well, with a 3-car garage attached to the house, and then the extra storage over there has 14-foot doors on the garage over there, so you can get your big RV or something in there. So it's really a great benefit, something you don't find.
And again, the main home features those 4 bedrooms and the 3 full baths. You've got gorgeous decks on the backside. They've been fully redone, new Trex decking, aluminum handrails, a really cool fire pit just steps off that lower level back deck as you walk down. It's a really great space to entertain or just hang out and relax, unwind, get away from it all. In addition to not only the gorgeous house, the outbuilding, the 3-acre lots, you're in a small HOA, again, not a large one, so you have access to community pool. They've actually purchased a slip in a community dock that you can access not too far down the road as well. The HOA takes care of sewer and water and maintaining, again, the common grounds and things like that. So you get all of the amenities, you get all of the perks and the privacy of your own home off water here at Lake of the Ozarks. If you'd like to tour it or any of the other homes that we have listed, as always, give us a call. And coming up next, Star of Ozark Law Sergeant at the Lake Ozark Police Department, Mark Cordula, joining us. All right, and as I promised, we have Sergeant Mark Cordula. Welcome.
Pleasure to meet you for the first time.
Nice to meet you, yes. I'm so sorry to say I'm such a slacker. I have not watched Ozark Law just yet.
Me neither.
Okay, good. Whew. All right, we're the same boat.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun surprise for both of us.
Of course.
So, well, tell us a little bit about you. Are you a native to Lake of the Ozark area? Where are you from?
So, I'm going to try to give a quick synopsis of it because it's a long story.
It's a comfy chair.
Okay. So I was actually born in Poland.
Wow.
Lived there for the first 7 years of my life and then moved to Southern California.
Okay.
Lived there for 24 years and then eventually moved to Missouri.
Okay. What made you move from SoCal to Missouri, of all places? That's two very different worlds.
My sister moved here first and it was like, man, you'll love it.
Okay.
Come down, hunting, guns. You have the lake because I like the water.
Yeah.
There's everything you want to do here. Come on down. It's going to be a blast. I always say I think it was a plot between my parents and my sister because she moved out here. She says, we're all going to move there. We're going to live there. I'm like, great. I closed down my business, moved to Missouri, and then 6 months after I purchased my house, my sister's like, okay, well, we're moving back to Southern California.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I was left here. Now they all live in Idaho. I think it was their plot of moving me out.
Goodness.
But no, my sister missed the city and then ended up moving to Idaho.
Well, it's a whole circle right there.
It is.
What business did you have in SoCal before you moved here?
So I started off being a CNC machinist.
You have to rewind that. A CNC machinist?
Yeah, so I made all the high-performing parts for Harley Davidson, like the flywheels,
how
the rods.
cool.
Yeah, so I did that and then got into woodworking. Actually, that's kind of what brought me out here. My sister built her house here and she's like, you need to move out here.